The beautiful people at Grid Studio have sent me this and another thing, and I'm going to show you how cool they are. Want the latest Apple news, leaks and rumours? Subscribe and ring the bell. I'm Mike Dev and I simplify Apple so that everything just works for you, and in this video we're not actually talking about Apple news. What we are talking about though is the awesome cool stuff that the guys over at Grid Studio make, and they've kind of sent me this stuff over to review, but how do you review something that's just a beautiful thing to put on your wall? Let's talk about how cool it is and why you might want to buy one. Now up front, Grid have sent me over both of these things for free to show you guys and to kind of share it with you, so thank you first of all to Grid Studio. Also there is a link in the description where if you would like to buy any of these things, you can go, and it will also help to support the channel. These are premium gifts, I would say. If you are decorating an office, you might want to go for something like this, but you've also got things like, we've just missed Father's Day this time, but you've also got, you know, any kind of holidays where you are looking for a gift for an Apple fan. These are incredible. So first of all, I just want to say I have had similar products from other companies in the past, but nothing comes close to what Grid Studio does. The other ones that I've had, the backing goes yellow really quickly. The Grid Studio ones, because they sent me over the Apple Watch Series 0 in the first place as well. Crisp as it was the day that I unboxed it, it looks absolutely beautiful. These things last, they are quality. And that quality starts right from when you actually open the box. You will get a shipping box that comes, it's got nice chunky plastic corners on it, which will help to protect your display piece, because these are literally works of art made from recycled devices, not just Apple devices, but they also do things like Game Boy, they do stuff along those lines. Obviously, if you watch this channel, you're probably more excited about the Apple things, and what they've sent me this time is the iPhone 3. Now, this was actually before I was even into Apple. My first iPhone was the iPhone 4, but I do think the design of it was beautiful, and I think it's actually one of the more comfortable iPhones you can actually hold in your hand. It's got that beautiful rounded back to it. And what Grid are doing is they're basically taking these devices that would otherwise be going to landfill and becoming basically waste electronic devices and turning them into a beautiful piece of artwork. It's great if, for example, you got married in 2009, 2010, and you want to get a wedding anniversary gift for your spouse who is very much into Apple. You could get them one of these of that original phone that perhaps you were sending those texts to each other on when you first met, something like that. There are some really interesting ways that you can use these, but the way that they come packaged as well, they come in a beautiful like custom paper that is wrapped around them. You get a wax seal, you get beautiful ribbon that's all branded, you even get a little bit of a tree on there. Not quite sure why there's a bit of a tree, but it does make it feel special. And there is actually another Grid item that they sent me over as well, which we will come to later, which is actually probably one of my favourite things. But when you actually open this up, you can see it comes with a protective film across the front, so you get that beautiful little satisfying peel on that. I would recommend you just press next to it on the edge, then you won't get those little pulls where you get bits stuck in the edge, and that would look horrible. This film does make sure that it's crystal clear when it arrives. It is a really beautiful, beautiful thing, and it's going to be finding pride of place on my wall. But then the other thing that they've sent over is, as I say, I think more special to me. So, especially for somebody that talks about Apple Silicon all of the time, this is absolutely stunning. So this is an Apple A7 chip in a Perspex block. You've got a little Apple logo on there. You've got all of the circuitry kind of aesthetic around it, and I think this is really, really pretty. On the back, you can actually see where all the pins are that actually connected this to your phone. So the A7 chip, that would have been in the iPhone 5S. So this is actually Apple's first 64-bit chip. We were talking about this in a previous episode as well, how important this was to Apple. So the A7, probably 3 years ahead of the competition when it first came out. None of the Android phones were anywhere close to being ready to compete with 64-bit mobile chips, and this is a really important chip. It's also got Apple's model number on it. I just think these look absolutely stunning. It's like a little mantelpiece item, or it could sit on your desk, in your cubicle at work, anything like that. And I think this is just a really classy little memento of like tell me you're an Apple fan without telling me you're an Apple fan. I think these are absolutely stunning. These are actually very reasonably priced as well on the website. The frame's obviously a bit more expensive because you're buying an entire device and then dismantling it and framing it and then sending it out, but the prices are really, really good. They have got some on sale at the moment. If you use my link code down in the description, which is iCaveDave.com/grid, makes it super easy, you can support the channel by buying something awesome to put on your wall, and you can have a little bit of Apple history in your office, your lounge, your bedroom, wherever makes sense, and it does make a perfect gift. You know, send the link to this video to your friends who you would like to actually buy you something you want that isn't socks this year. So, again, thank you to Grid for providing these items for review. They're going to live on my wall. I'm not giving these away. You're not getting them back, Grid. I'm sorry. But yeah, you can support the channel as well. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one.